After taking the 10 turtles out to the pond in the last video, I then decided to start taking the things down inside that no longer need to be up. And I decided to move Petey into the big 125 gallon with the other two map turtles, and it desperately needs cleaned. But I saw some interesting behavior like right off the bat, and I guess I'm going to show you that. Okay guys, so I just put Petey in with Blacklip and Rebecca. Yep, that's their names. And Blacklip, who has a black lip because I'm very creative, and Petey seem to be interested in each other. Petey is a Mississippi map turtle, and Blacklip is a Wichita map turtle. So, I mean, in theory, I would think that they could hybridize. And what I'm thinking is I could manage to make them live together, and I think I am going to do that. Not because I want them to hybridize, but because all three of them have some level of shell rot, and all three of them pretty much need the same treatment, and all three of them are map turtles, so it kind of just works in a way. There. But they both seem interested. You can see they were just doing some very interesting interactions. It's very interesting to watch. I don't know. They were doing the... Here, I'm going to take it out a little bit. They were doing the... Petey's doing like the hand waves, which I think is a sign of mating, but he also was head bobbing. And then they're also... I don't know how to say this any differently, but like kissing. They'd get their heads really close to each other and like interact that way. So it's very strange to watch this. It's different, and they're, I don't know. And as well how they interact with this piece of wood, how they can go under it, and like they just seem to be interacting a lot. So I'll try to update you guys a little bit if they're both interacting again. So here you can see his head bobbing. Sorry for the shaky camera. I don't want to get too close because I feel like I'll scare him off. But you can see that it looks like she's a little bit done now with this whole interaction. But he certainly isn't. And he's watching her. It's very strange how they move as well. I've noticed this with map turtles. They stay on the ground, at least with these three. It was one thing that was, I mean, automatically noticeable with Petey. But after these two as well, it's very noticeable that they like to stay on the ground a lot. They'll do swimming, as you can see here. Sorry, as you can see here, they will swim, and he's swimming right after her, but he does not do the swimming as much. As you can see, he's not as good at swimming as they are. I think it's because how small of an enclosure he was. I mean, how shallow and small of an enclosure he was in for so long. But it's worrying to me to keep him in a large enclosure like this, but I think I've devised a way to do that. But I think that this is very interesting to watch. But what I was saying about how they crawl around on the ground, it's almost like lizards. Like, that's, I don't know, that's the only thing I can think. It's like they don't swim, like, I don't know. It's like how he crawls around. He walks almost like a lizard would. I don't know how else to explain it, but he's now seems to be interested in, who is it, Rebecca. It's very dark back there, but Rebecca's the bigger one. Blacklip's up here in front. You can see the bottom of her beak or whatever is dark in coloration, so that's the origin of her very weird name that I gave her. So I'm not going to move Petey into a tub outside as I had originally had planned. I'm actually going to keep him in here with the other two map turtles, and I'm going to be moving them into the 75-gallon tank, so then I can finally set up the 125-gallon for the nano fish down here in this tank. Now there are fish in this aquarium, and I was going to move them out, but I've only had them for 2 days, and I'd like to acclimate them more before adding them to all my other fish. So in a couple weeks I'll eventually add them, hopefully to this aquarium, because this aquarium should be set up for the aquarium fish by then. So I'm going to take out this rock because I don't want it, I guess, contaminated by these guys. I don't know. I'm trying to keep things separate, but it's hard at this point, just the way that I do things. So I need to take these guys out, completely clean this aquarium, clean everything. And then down here, I need to set up a proper basking area for them, and that's going to be kind of difficult, so I'll do that later. And I'm going to accommodate it for these specific turtles that like to walk around on the ground. Seems that map turtles like that more than just swimming around. And I also need to put filter media inside the filter, because right now it's just running, which is fine, but I need to put proper filter media in it besides just the plants' filtration. And also I can take this filter off and go ahead and clean it. So I'm going to do that, move these turtles down, and then I can take down this tank and just start working on stuff. So I removed the filter and I started to work on a bunch of different things. So this video is basically just something that I witnessed and I thought it'd be cool to share with you guys, but what this video leads into is what's really cool. So from this video, we're going to go on to seeing the map turtles move down to the 75 gallon. I'll set up the 75 gallon for them. Then I will set up an awesome basking area that's specifically built for that type of odd ground behavior for these guys. And then I'm going to be setting up the 125 gallon aquarium, which is just absolutely amazing. So that's really what all of this washing is for. These are mostly things for that. Also just other things that I have gotten, and you can see PD's old tank right there and just a bunch of stuff. So that's what's happening here, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this because I think it was really cool, and I just kept saying it was interesting like over and over again. But the way that they, like, I hadn't seen PD act like that. I've seen Lewis act like that. Lewis loves to act like that, but I haven't seen PD act like that. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see. There I go again. Interesting. I think it'll be really cool to see how they interact and how they live together, especially when we eventually set them up into the other 125 gallon aquarium, and they'll be the map turtle aquarium. And I'm not sure if anything else is going in there. I think I'm gonna put like a catfish in there. The goldfish might end up in there for a little while, but hopefully not. And that will be a really cool tank as well, hopefully pretty similar to the other the main 125 gallon community tank. So we will see. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, like down below. If you have any comments, in the comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.